Hello and welcome to our latest Gemini Rogues video. This is a T150. It's Russian. It's number 2 of our tier 6 top 5. Can I say 5? Give us some historical information about this T150 Russian tank.
Right, the T150 was designed in 1940. It's also known as the Object 150 or the KV3, depending on where you look at it from. It's practically a KV1. It's a KV1
T150 video.
Yeah,
T150
but it's a T150 was just a KV1 chassis. We uprated armour and uprated, that's about it. Gun, it swapped the F32 gun on the KV1 and put a slightly better one on it, and randomly put a cupola on top of it. And that's pretty much all they did. But what they didn't do is change anything else. So they added all this extra armour on, and engine and suspension couldn't take it.
Couldn't take it.
So yeah, and then the pesky Germans turned up with all these great 88mm guns on their heavy tanks, and it was decided that it were obsolete before it were even made.
Did they make any?
Yeah, they made one. And just before they cancelled the others, they made this one prototype.
Okay.
And it fought outside Leningrad in the 123rd Tank Brigade, and it was destroyed. In typical Russian fashion, they didn't just make one and put it in a museum, they used it. So it didn't last long, so there is no living relative or example of it. It's already been destroyed.
So it's a fat KV1.
Yep, it is just a KV1 with a little bit of upgraded KV1 basically, and that's it.
So no more history, no models or plans or just one
like
destroyed in Leningrad.
Yeah.
How am I going to find a picture of that?
Well, it's going to be tricky.
Anyway, gameplay.
This is a bit of burnt out metal I'll do. No one will ever know. Right, so straight into battle, we're on ends. This is a T150, for me, the best tier 6 heavy. In my opinion.
Press number 2.
Yeah, it'd have been mine. Listen,
sorry, it's chosen by the community. I forgot to say that.
This is my number 1 in a way. We've got the 107mm this gun, my preferred gun. There is other options on. There's 85mm, even the 57mm this gun's available to this tank. Quite a varied gun selection, to be honest with you. All do different things. But for me, that's the problem. Accuracy is not great. 167mm of penetration. The 107mm gives you. Fantastic.
Standard gun.
That's a standard shell.
That was you keep hitting it.
I know. Standard shell, and that's the 4/5 penetration you get at Tech Tree tier 6 heavies.
What about premium rounds?
Premium round 219. So it's a little bit of a rise, and it's pretty good. Still, you can. I mean, only sees tier 8. 219 is more than enough to handle what you're going to come up against in tier 8.
Okay.
And both give you a fantastic alpha damage of 300.
That's very good.
But again, the 4/5 out of the tier 6, you're going to hear this a lot, 4/5, because it tends to be what you get from this tank. The one thing it has got is a poor HE shell. 54 pen for only an extra 60 damage. I won't bother using them. I would not bother, other than just to...
You've got 5.
Yeah, no, just for resetting caps and stuff like that, when you can only find no weak spots or anything like that. Other than that, they're pretty much useless. And not only that, they cost more than a normal AP shell. 10 more silver, so they're even more expensive. So just fire your standard AP. There's no point switching and being fancy and trying to do an extra 60 damage. It's not worth it.
Not worth it.
As you can see here, fire rate 5.88 rounds a minute, and we've got a gun rammer on this. That's what I take. I'm going to finish this Tiger off now. And you can see this is a perfect example. Don't bother about tier 7 tanks, it's still rolling. This thing's a battering ram. In tier 6, if it's top tier, this thing's a battering ram. Absolute battering ram. 3.4 second aim time.
Bit slow.
Yeah. Look, you can see that it's a bit of an issue. And we're 0.45 accuracy as well. But you can see there we're angling it. 45 degrees is what you want. That's your optimum angle.
You measure it, man.
Yeah, get compasses out, get all your trigonometry done and your Pythagoras rules and all that, and get yourself to 45 degrees, whichever way you find it. Roughly, you'll see me doing it throughout this video. That's where you want to be. You've got 90mm of armour, front and side. 75 on rear and your turret's got even more. Your turret's got 100mm sides and front, and then 75 on rear. But if you can get it to that 45 degree angle, your optimum angle, it's like 120 plus effective. Pretty good. So it's a side scraping beast.
Diamond angle?
No, not diamond angling. You'll be over angled. You'll crash your side. 45 degrees. The thing's mobile. 35 kilometres an hour. You can see it traverses it, but you saw it there. Traverse is not great. So its mobility, as I say, its mobility is not great. But you can see this T50. 2-siders on there. So am I. I try and rectify it. He's firing a PCR round. He's gone straight through. I know I fired first. I know I've got a gun rammer. I know he's got the same gun. So I know I'm going to be able to get another one in. And then I hide behind the dead Tiger. Now what are you going to do, pal? He's concentrating on me. Big mistake. He's got 2 tanks around him. Don't have to do anything.
No,
I've only
that's
got a nipple twister off left here. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Speed. It might not be the most manoeuvrable tank, as in turning direction, but this thing's fast. You can keep up with KV85s in this.
Wow.
35 kilometres an hour.
That's good for heavy.
Yeah, not bad at all, especially when you're lugging a great big amount of armour around with you.
It doesn't turn very well.
Gun. No, it doesn't turn well at all. Its traverses are riffy.
So you're lugging around all that armour, that big fat gun, and yet it still moves.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. That's what I mean, this gun is fantastic on it. The tank's manoeuvrability, so you're not get left behind, you're not get sucked out of a battle and I'm done here, I can't do anything else. You're constantly in it, and you have to be. You have to be at the forefront of the battle, because this is where the tank falls down, and it's not really a problem.
Falls down?
Yeah, falls down, 330 metre view range. The lowest out of the heavies at tier 6. But it's a brawler. You don't need view range. No. It's not like you're sat in there at the top of a cliff trying to snipe on mediums racing about below you.
So you can brawl in this one, but you said you can't brawl in the M6.
The M6 has got, the side armour's not great in it. You use more of the manoeuvrability of the M6.
Okay.
This is just each side scrape. This is a side scraping animal. Look at the thickness of the tracks.
Yeah.
The tracks are massive. You can side scrape round a corner and all they can see is your tracks and your turret.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to pen. It does blow your tracks off or glance off down outside. Fantastic at doing that.
Yeah, you sound like you like this.
I do. This is my favourite tier 6. One of my favourite tier 6 tanks.
You would have put, look at silver, man.
Look at I know we've got a few ops there burning away, but not bad. With that penetration, fantastic pen. Look at the damage you rack up. That's a tier 7 match as well.
It's 3,000, man.
That was not struggling in a tier 7 match. Forefront, right in there, in the hip of the fight, straight in, not messing about. And we're straight into wide park here now. This is
wide park. Yeah, come on.
It is a tier 6 match, so proper. I'm going to use it like a boss that it is, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So we're going to talk more about its armour and that as we go along. That side scraping ability it's got. It's got an 880 brake horsepower engine. So that's where its speed comes from.
800. Yeah, what's the power to weight then?
I'm going to give it its ton. It's a 54-ton tank, well, 54.6. So ramming is another option. You can get speed up, and you've got some weight behind you. Third heaviest, just behind the M6, 4 ton lighter than an M6.
Okay.
Gives you, there you go, with your bloody power to weight ratio you always want, 12.89.
That doesn't. That's average. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not low.
Similar to a KV85.
Is it?
Everybody's saying, oh, KV85 far back, it's got a big gun, does more damage, 390 damage with its gun. Yeah, well the KV85's also got one thing that this thing doesn't struggle with.
What?
3 degrees of gun depression.
This has got 3
now
degrees?
This has got more. The KV85's got 3, this has got 7.
Wow.
It gives you so much more scope for the play, manoeuvrability and tactically.
Of course it does.
Yeah, it's surprising what 3 degrees can or 4 degrees can do, but it makes a huge difference.
Oh, you're smashing that.
That gun's not too inaccurate, is it, for 0.5
no,
accuracy?
How close you are, man.
I mean, the DPM's not. It's all right. 1,764. It's going to be higher because I've got a gun rammer. It's probably over 1,800 now, but it's even here nor there. But they know when they've been hit by a T150.
Yeah.
And the ability this tank's got, like we've said, to side scrape and be impervious to whatever they've got coming back, makes that gun even more potent.
That's true.
There you go, straight through its side. It's not. Don't think. I mean, we can't really do much in this side of this tunnel. I can't really get to my optimum angle here, but don't think that's one problem people do have. See me try and angle there, but there's walls in the way. The one thing this is you see a lot of players playing it who just go driving straight in. They've played the KV one and they think, Bob, I'm impervious. No one could touch me. No one could touch me. It's not. It's not at all. If you're straight on with a T150, you can get
I see.
There's no two ways about it. You're flat. You're just 90 mil.
Okay.
No real obvious weak spots, as you can see that KV2's not going to struggle to pen me. He's not even trying to just splash at me, but he's fired, he's out of it. Trying to get back into cover now. Racing Matters just shot his mate there for fun. We're still taking hits off him. He's struggling. He's bouncing them all over. There's that Bagatelle. We're angled. He's just going to keep blowing his tracks off. We're not worried.
He can't pen anything. There you go.
There you go. It shows you this armour standard. Everything's just bouncing off.
He can't even pen tier 5.
The one tank that he's getting me is the tank on the far side that someone's just took out, the Nash on, thank you. That KV85. He weren't struggling to pen me. We were angled facing him, if you know what I mean.
Can't pen a box, man.
There's that cupola that they put on this one, the KV one. You can see it, we just pop back in, take some more shots, we're tucking it off him, we're back out. We're struggling to angle basically, we're stuck in a blooming tunnel at this point. Let's go and have him. VK, tier 6 light. Nice. Nice big hole in him. He's not going to fancy us anymore. I don't know what this flat panzer's doing here next to me, what he's trying to do, but can we get him? Oh, he's just gone.
Oh, you joke, that was you.
Yeah, that was all me, not the tank. You see it again, we're on that little bit of life support health we've got now.
Yeah, no.
And we're going to use this. Look at this tank's just, he's got everything. He does everything, he does everything well as well.
Yeah,
It's
not bad.
No, not at all.
Not
Every
bad.
tank's going to have its
Oh, I
flaws.
forgot, this is the game I'm in. I mean, Ninja my kills, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your biggest problem, isn't it? I've got one thing I've not mentioned is what you've noticed we've been on life support. I can't wait for this shot to aim, by the way.
Did well, actually.
Box tank sat there waiting for me with a massive gun in it.
Did
Just
well.
had to fire that off, and luckily it is the hit points.
How many you got?
880. It's very low.
What for a
It's very low for a tier
Tier
6 heavy.
six?
Yeah, it's very low. It's down there near the bottom
Oh,
when it comes to hit points. When you're talking, the Churchill's up there at 960, and so is the VK.
Churchill needs them, man.
Yeah, but 880 is down there with your M6
Yeah.
for hit points.
What do
It's
you know
not
I have?
great.
900. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can say you're nearly 100 down on a Churchill.
Wow.
It's quite a lot when you think about
Yeah.
what damage you're kicking out at tiers. That's just shot
Yeah.
off a medium tank, near enough.
Yeah, tier 6, well, 5 as well, 6.
Yeah. So we're going to go to this last replay now. We've got mine. Right, first things first,
Yeah.
tier 8 match.
Okay. How do you know that?
We're going to see it. There you go. Oh, I don't know what that guy was.
Don't know what that was.
Back chat, light tank.
Oh, he killed himself, did he?
Running away from a tier 6 heavy. So
Beautiful.
we're going to take this middle. It's pretty important to take this middle hill, especially when it's an encounter match like this down in that corner. Because if you take this hill, especially if you start on the side we have, you
Yeah.
control that base. Note can get to it without coming past you, as we're going to see.
Oh, of course, they've moved the flag.
1725 is going to be complete. Oh, should have waited a bit longer. You weren't really troubling me.
You're just picking them off up
Yeah.
here.
And Tiger Pete, stick one in it.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
just
joking.
in time for the
Yeah.
MT25. Thanks for that.
Thanks, mate.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's going to cost us a whack there. Tiger P knows we're there now. Thanks for that,
pounded you,
Mr.
man.
MT25. Cheers for that. Always look where you're driving when you're playing games. You don't want to be doing shit like that.
Did that annoy you?
Yeah, a lot.
Couldn't have annoyed me, I'm just watching.
So you can see how much benefit this position gives you. I'm always keeping an eye on that light tank, and there's an heavy tank who are behind me who could potentially come up hill and get me, but my friend in the MT25 is doing his best to defend us, so I'm not really grumbling.
Are you using your 7 degrees of gun
Yeah,
depression?
this is the 70. You couldn't do this in a KV85. Simple as.
No.
You'd have to literally hang so far over the side of that cliff, you'd be off. And that's just where, I mean, they just keep coming. Look, there's T37.
Oh, beautiful.
Finish him off. See that gun? He's not great at accuracy. Sometimes
Better.
it can let you down, but
Better when you don't aim
yeah,
in.
sometimes just snapping a shot off. You can see here, we can just lean over. Pop. We can't
Yeah.
really use his armour in this game.
No,
Just not
he's
by one
hanging
of his
out, isn't
backers
it?
to pull one in his bed. Nice.
hanging
Now he
out.
knows we're here as well. Yeah, he's got that dirt gun.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sitting too far.
Oh,
I
look
risked
at
it
that.
too far. He's fired. Ah, we tried it. It didn't work. Get back up. It's the IS-3 on our team who's in the base all on his own, trying his best to defend him. He does a pretty good job, to be
Yeah,
fair. He's got tanks all the way around him. He's got the UDES there and the Avengers coming for him, and we've distracted this Sherman for him. There's not much real we can do other than just wait his turn. Wait for him, just one of them to break the concentration.
Oh, dear.
A wedge of cheese worked for him there, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's managed to finish off the UDES. Now he's just got that Vengeance around him. We've already missed one shot at that Vengeance. Can't quite see
You're
him.
going to get him, man. He
Can't
needs
quite
you.
see him.
He
I'm
needs
waiting,
you
I'm
to-
waiting, I'm waiting.
He needs your help.
Mercy
Oh,
roll,
look at
mercy
that.
roll. So we've
Wow.
left that Vengeance a little bit left. IS-3 still alive.
He could rub him
Can we
to
finish
get that
him
off
off?
him.
He's just going to come back just in time for his reload. Take his time, wait
Oh,
up,
he went
finish
nice
him
and
off.
slow for you as well, didn't he?
And we've still got that. And this is a nice little
Pesky.
shot here. He's waiting for me. He's waited all that time. We've got the nice jumbo pack on, but because of the angle that we're at, we can shoot
Yeah.
down onto the armour. It negates it
Yeah.
completely.
Not that
Because the
angle.
angle we're shooting down on, we haven't got to worry about it. And you're going to see another. This is a nice little tip here we've got coming up in a minute. I think about ramming him and landing on him. We talked about ramming ability of this tank.
Yeah.
And you'll like this. You like this crazy little shit we get up to. Right, now you look, the cursor's
go on.
orange. Can't pen him. I'm going to back myself up the bank so I'm pointing down at him.
Yeah.
See me pointing down?
Oh.
Negates all his armour. Little tip for you there. Didn't need to back myself up that bank, but you saw the cursor's orange. We're backed up the bank. We've flattened all his armour off to his gun. Pointed his gun down so his armour's
Yeah,
flat
that's it.
and penned him.
That's a very, very good tip, but How many maps have you got? A nice bank behind
Yeah,
you.
you can back up to get them perfect. It would just spare the
Oh,
moment
that's
thing.
awesome tip, man.
There
Awesome.
we go. Carnarvon's dead. Ice3's having a bit of a ball there. Down next thing, he's capping out.
I want to say thanks for sharing that really good tip.
And here's this Tiger Peak. We've seen him early on in game. Too late for you, pal. You're done.
You seem to pen them Tiger Peas easily.
Well, when he's got his back to you, it is.
Yeah, true.
Or his side. Don't shoot a Tiger P in his hull. If he's facing frontally onto you, shoot him in his turret. It's weaker.
Yeah.
Even then, it always bounces because it's a Tiger. We get the magic armour who bounced off Tiger turrets with God knows what amount of penetration. Anyway, back to the match. T150.
Yeah.
Here's that mobility again. We've not really done much in this game as in mobility wise, but we've racked up 4 kills, 14 penetrating shots. I don't recall us having a fire anywhere in this.
I don't remember a fire.
Last tank, goddamn Oni.
Only.
Tier 7 Japanese heavy. Artillery, I think he's going to get killed pretty soon. And we're the main focal point really of this Oni. There's only us really visible. Chances are
nothing.
Chances are I'm going to try and get that cupola on top of his turret in a minute. I don't really fancy going over and trying to get his lower plate because if I'm going all the way that over, he's going to have a nice shot at me as well.
Oh, you're using a premium round as well. This worked then.
Well, I think that's the minimum risk I can give. I had to aim in quick. Let's snap it off. It's not going to pen him. It's at a nice angle as well.
Nothing.
It's leaning back as well, so
It did nothing.
even less chance of penning it. I'm just going to try and be a bit of a pest to him now while my team gets round him. That's basically what I'm trying to do here.
You've not took out off him.
No. And
Oh,
there
look
we go.
at that. Little
MT25 with his little gun. Can we try and get on it? Ah,
Nothing
straight
again.
into the floor.
Oh, you didn't hit him, that's
No,
all.
it would have gone in that side of his turret, would have penned it there. So we're going to try and use that MT25, who's distracting him as a bit of a way of getting us out.
Oh, yeah.
And we just can't, every time we move, we just can't quite get a shot on. And just when we come up here, boom, he's looking straight back at us again like, oh shit. And he's not really bothered about that MT25 anymore. And he's shot us. He's left us an absolute sliver. And that, it's catch-22. I've got to try and get around him, and he's just going to catch me and kill me. He don't need a lot. If we could have squeezed through that little gap there, we could have planted one straight in his side, and then we've got the mobility to probably get right back and stick another one in him.
You didn't put any shots on him, did you?
No, we got to do 80 damage, I think, to him when he ran me. I took a bit of his health as well.
80.
80. So it's not bad. You can see power to weight ratio of that tank there. Even on the Japanese heavy, a little even a scrape took 80. So you can see the ability you've got when it comes to ramming. 3,000 damage again, 4 kills, tier 8 match as well.
Oh, you finished top.
Yeah,
well
you can
done.
see just how powerful the T150 is.
Yeah, very good.
It's an all-action tank, but you've got to know how to angle it. It's got to be angled.
It's not diamond angling.
No, 45 degrees.
Has that got a name?
Diamond angler?
No, 45 degrees.
No. It's called 45 degrees. But I got it pluses at tank. 90mm all armour with no general weak spots, as well as 90mm down
pros
sides.
and cons, man. Pros and cons.
Yeah, the pluses.
Okay,
90mm
sorry.
armour, yeah. 100 on your turret makes it a side scraping beast, especially with the thickness of the tracks as well.
Yeah.
You can plant that up to a wall, scrape back off it. Things are going to struggle to pen you. Even tier 8s are going to struggle to deal with. You can be a pest to them, especially if you've got that whacking rate 107mm gun on it.
300 damage.
You can whack 300 damage out of them with a nice penetration, 167 or 290 if you've got your APCR on it. Forget your HE. Don't even bother with it. You can spearhead in this. You can be the focal point of the attack, especially in a tier 6 match. You can get in there, you can get brawling, you can get your hands dirty, roll your sleeves up and get stuck in. It's perfect for it. If that's your kind of play style, this is perfect. I won't use use this tank as a sniper. You've got no view range, 330 metres, and secondly, you've got no signal range. Second last of the tier 6 heavies, 440. That's why you've got to play this tank in there.
I don't think you've got a choice.
No, you can't. It don't let it play that way, if you know what I mean. It's another good point is its speed. Mobility lets it down. It's not going to be dotting in that and the cones anytime soon.
Saying that, I have seen some Camp Bush.
Stupid thing to do. Unless he's got the lesser gun on and he's trying to upgrade his way up there, because that's the problem.
It doesn't turn very well though, does it?
No, that's what I say. The mobility is good, but the manoeuvrability isn't.
Turns like a boat, man.
But yeah, similar KV85 speed, so it's not immobile. You can really get up there. Its negatives, it's got no gun mantlet.
Oh, okay.
So you can straight through it.
Oh, okay.
It's not really,
Are you saying you can shoot its turret?
Yeah, it's turret, but it's all weaker armoured, but the turret has got no real strengths there. It's just 100mm. Traverse, we've spoke about it just then.
Yeah.
Kind of like the manoeuvrability of it. It struggles to change its direction, basically. The accuracy of the gun, didn't troll us too badly in them videos we were watching there, but the
Sure.
0.45 accuracy, he did at times, but the 0.45 accuracy, it's a bit of an issue, but
Yeah.
the way you're playing it up close and personal and in the face, you don't really notice it as much.
Okay.
If that were a sniping tank with that kind of gun accuracy and aim time,
no.
there'd be issues.
Like I say, as
Yeah.
long as you're up front
Yeah,
and
you're up
personal,
front.
it doesn't
Someone's
matter.
normally more than 100 metres away from you when you're playing this tank.
Yeah.
So it's not that big an issue.
That aim time is.
And I've mentioned it before as a negative, I'll mention it again, the view range, but it isn't, because not how you play it. 330
Okay.
metres view range is an issue, yeah, but the way you play it in the town, fighting up close and personal, it's not really a
Yeah,
problem at all.
definitely.
And that's the T150. For me, the number one.
But it's not.
Brilliant tank.
It is actually. I do like it. I do run away from a few when I
Yeah,
see them.
I mean, even in tier 8s, we've all had
Yeah.
that tier 8 game where you shot after shot for tier 1. What the hell's going on here? Well, not go in.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got real.
Think to myself,
awkward armour.
T150, I do not want to get hit by 300 hit points. No.
I mean, they've even got the Zisk
Oh.
gun on where it's got like 28 rounds per minute and it
Oof.
slices to death by 1,000 cuts. It's going to
Oh,
struggle to
yeah.
pen you if you're high tier, but if you're lower tier, it's just going to rip
Yeah.
you to shreds.
It's it. It's
Little
a good
nightmare
tank.
Yeah,
It is good. It's one to drive away from if you come up to them.
especially if you're in tier 6 or below.
Yo, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to share as much as possibly, please. We need many shares. So I say thank you very much for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch us on the next one. Later.